beautiful collectors and Transformer fans. Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, celebrating the 40 years of Transformers, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Legacy United Core Class Bouldercrash. Although, I don't necessarily know who this is meant to homage. It is part of the Infernac universe, so it's that Rock Lord sort of homage. And you can see that he transforms in 10 steps. He's got a robot mode and like a motorcycle mode. And obviously he can be used as a weapon. But I'm going to have to do a little bit of extra background research on this to see potentially which Rock Lord character he's meant to homage. I'm sure he does, but it has been several years since I've watched the Rock Lord, so I'm gonna have to refresh my memory. But you can see you got the core class, you got the nice image right there, gorgeous text here in the front, really nice art and everything. You got that same image from there right up there as well, and then you got a more pullback image kind of showing other characters and other figures that we're going to be getting, as well as that 40 years of Transformers right there. And then come around the back, you got contact information, warnings, all that fun stuff. It's a core class figure, so again, not a lot of like super intricate sort of detail, but like I mentioned, you can see transforms in 10 steps, which realistically it's probably a bit of a stretch, but you know, it is what it is. But for the package, you can see fairly small, but I dig it. I'm excited. But for the packaging on this guy, that is about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Bouldercrash open up out of his packaging and in his three-wheel motorcycle mode, I guess. I don't exactly know the name of these types of vehicles, but I really like it. In terms of the simplicity, yeah, he's a core class figure, so he's very simple. But I still love what they do. He basically looks like a rock with wheels, which is cool. I kind of dig it. They almost look like train rails, almost in terms of the design of them, because they're fairly thin and have a kind of rail sort of look to it. But I really do dig it. Now, in terms of looking up different things, I have not been able to find out if there's a direct homage for Bouldercrash to any of the existing Rock Lord characters that they have. But I still like that they're expanding that, I guess, Infernicus universe. As a core class figure, he is going to be kind of tiny. As you can see, here is Magnus, and obviously you have a core class and a deluxe class, so there's going to be a size difference, but also, just because I can, bring in Magmar, here that dude is, because, you know, I don't get to bring in my Rock Lords very often, and I always kind of like doing that. Now, he can be used as a weapon, and honestly, it literally is just doing that, and that's it. It kind of is just like a vehicle battering ram, but you also have this handle right here. So when you bring this guy back out, there was a quick edit there that you didn't even see. You can have him. This looks ridiculous. I'm sorry. He can do that. And it's, I guess, it's obnoxious. It really is. Now, I guess you could separate this, if you really wanted to, and still using this as kind of a weapon, which is meant to be his weapon. You have a little handle right there, and you can have him hold, maybe, if I can get the hole in there. Yeah, well, that's going to be difficult, apparently, for me. Why he doesn't, it's like there's not a lot of space in there to get a good grip on that, but for some reason he doesn't really. Well, maybe try. You get the idea. But you can remove this as just kind of part of the transformation, but weapon mode, not a fan of it. Now, transformation, you are going to need to remove this, set that off to the side like so. These side pieces here you want to detach from this middle spine piece right here, you got a little slot tab connection that locks everything in there, and then when you're done, just straighten that out. So again, take that, separate that, bring that down just like so. Then you're going to want to rotate. Now this is a little bit tricky because this spine piece kind of gets in the way, but rotate it and just kind of move the legs out of the way as you're doing it to bringing that around to the front. Very simple. Come around to the back section here. You got these bits that are the arms. These are going to tab in and then just rotate these out like so, and then take this entire top section, kind of keep those back a little bit, and rotate that around. Then you can bring these all the way around. Take this entire front motorcycle section, bend this back. You will push and you'll feel a clip right there. Perfect positioning. Take this section again, detach that, rotate that around, kind of straighten out his head, bring these arms all the way around, and these will lock into place right there. And then just to kind of, I guess, complete the look on him, take that, hold this. Let's see if I can get him to hold this. Why is it that I cannot see what I'm doing? Oh, that's really tight. Okay, there you go. And there you have Bouldercrash in his tiny but very cool and honestly very fun looking robot mode. And yeah, I mean, I really do like the way that this guy looks. Now, is he perfect? No, he definitely is not. But he's still fun looking. He really, really is. The biggest downfall about this guy is this giant spine piece that runs the entire length of the figure and kind of composes the ability to attach things to him to kind of transform. He's got like this third leg going on here, so you can tripod the dude if you wanted to. It's not terribly ugly, I guess. I don't know what they could have really done with it because this collapses down here. You can't really do much with that, to be totally honest. People are talking about like, oh, I wish it could fold up. Where? Because you're going to then leave this all the way up and then you fold that up. So where are you going to fold that, people? If you're going to criticize it, at least come up with a constructive way of doing it. And I don't know of a constructive way to tell them to do something when I don't know how they could have replaced that. You know, maybe make it remove, make it into a weapon kind of a thing. And then when you transform it into robot mode, put it back there. It's possible. I mean, you're already doing some parts forming with this, which, you know, people probably complain about this. And then you can, again, I guess if you really wanted to, you can take that and put that right on here. Maybe. Come on. I mean, if you didn't want to parts form him, or that portion, if you wanted to, not really much you can do with that. But I still like the color. One thing that I really like, or I still really like the figure. One thing I really like is the color. Like especially like when you come into the head there, that is cool how they got the different shades of red in there, really kind of giving an asymmetrical look, and you got that throughout the entire thing. He really looks like he's like a rock made out of lava with like the different little red elements kind of going through and showing like a lava sort of thing shining out of hardened rock. I mean, that is really very cool. I really dig him. I really, really do. He's very well done. And for a motorcycle, like his back collapse is probably better than a lot of previous ones that I've really seen. Articulation-wise, it's all top-notch. You have a ball joint here at the head, so you get a good range of motion with that. You got a ball joint for the shoulder. I guess it is a little bit limited going out. Just is kind of the way that the cut is right there, so it doesn't go all the way out. So, I mean, it is what it is. You have the ball joint at the elbow. You do have a waist rotation, which is part of the transformation, obviously. So that's cool to see on these smaller figures. Hips that move forward and back, doing all that it needs to do. You have a ball joint at the knee. You have a bend. There's no ankle tilt in it, which, you know, for the most part, it doesn't really matter because he still stands pretty decently. Let's just kind of straighten him up. I mean, you still get him to do wide poses regardless if he has that ankle tilt or not. I do wish there was a little bit better storage for his weapon. As it is, he's just going to have to hold it, which that's perfectly fine for me. I mean, I think that he does a good job of holding that guy. And again, I mean, that is just, he just looks cool. He really, really does. I dig him. In terms of the comparison between him and his other little rocky friend here. Let me straighten all this out because that's getting all kind of twisted and everything. So let's get that straight. Come on. Straight. And there we go. So here is Bouldercrash. And then, of course, we saw it a little bit ago with Magnus. You can see, obviously, the size difference is going to come into play here because we have a deluxe figure. We have a core class figure. But all in all, really good. I am super, super happy and impressed with him. Now, transformation back, equally as simple. You want to take this little chest piece, detach this, fold this all the way up. You'll feel it soft click into place right there, kind of covering his face. Take this back section, detach that, rotate that all the way around. Then take these arms, separate those from the body, and then rotate this upper section all the way around like that. Get these legs, bring these down. And then this, you got little notches here that are going to lock in on this. This is what I was saying. Like, you could have made it where that would detach and then just put that in there if you wanted to. But just kind of rotate that there. Let's kind of sit that. There we are. All right. And then take these legs and rotate these around. But you do have some clearance issue here. So just kind of go slow as you're doing it. And there we go. Once you have that done, keep that straight. And then bend him at the knee here and bring all this up. And then you got this little post that's going to slot in right here. Just like that. Do that on this side as well. Fold them at the knee and then connect right there. And then that probably is going to detach his arms, but there we go. And then just there we are. Just straighten everything. Take this little guy, bring this back around, tab that down, and then fold that back. So all in all, really fun toy. As a core class, he's very simple. He does what he needs to do. Transformation isn't overly complex, but it's actually fun to do. Vehicle mode is it's a weird one. He's like this, and I'm just trying to make sure that that's all kind of lined up properly. He's a 3-wheeled motorcycle. But like I said, with these, kind of look like, you know, they're train rails, or train tires, I guess I should say, train tires. It kind of gives like this impression that he's a rock that would be hanging out on the side of like train tracks, which, you know, that's my brain. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. Weapon mode, dumb. I mean, you got a handle here, and you got all this, so it's kind of silly, I think. But robot mode looks really good. I love the color on the guy. The articulation on him is really well done. The worst part about him would probably be that spine that goes all the way through the body. Like I said, constructively, I think that they could have made it where that would remove and be another weapon, and then you could put it back in there for the transformation. Parts forming, sure, but, you know, I feel like that would have improved him a little bit. But all in all, stellar figure. Can't recommend this guy enough. Super fun, super easy to do. And again, another new character that Transformers is branching out to and trying to expand the universe, which I love and appreciate. But there you go, guys. There's my look at the new Transformers Legacy United Core Class Bouldercrash. If you'd like to add this guy to your collection, he is hitting various retail locations right now. So if you are looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. Or as always, you can do the real simple thing and go online to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all of those places, whatever you choose, I will put links right down there in the video description where you can swing on by those locations and check out availability on him. as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Once again, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching, and until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and woo!